Good morning. It is Friday morning, it's November 1st. And it's time for your morning walk with me, Sophfronia. I'm a little discombobulated this morning because we woke up to no power. We had a pretty bad windstorm overnight, and it's still a little bit windy here. So I've just come from the community center where I had to take a shower there. I also have to figure out where to do a webinar at 11 a.m. today. I'm going to be the guest on the First Friday's Writing for Your Life webinar, and so I have to go find a place to do that in about 2 hours. But I'm walking with you right now, so let's do that. I'm thinking this morning about letting go. In my planner each month, I review the previous month, and for October, I realized that was a lesson that I have been learning and I'm still learning, especially when it comes to writing. For the past several months, I've been working on an essay for a magazine, and I had no deadline because the editor knows that this type of work takes time and development, especially when it's an emotional piece. And I have wrestled with this piece for months. And finally, I decided that I was at a point where I didn't even know if it was right for the magazine. And it just made sense to have the editor look at it. I had to let it go and say, look, here's this piece, here's what I've written. I have no idea if it's any good, I have no idea if it's right. Turned out, not only was it okay, he accepted it on the spot. And I could have handed that in maybe a week or two earlier, and I didn't because I was just unsure. Now, how long have you been wrestling with an essay or a book, not knowing if it's ready to submit somewhere or if it's even done, right? I'm not saying that you have to, send it to a magazine or send it, because it may not be ready. But what I am saying is that you should have a trusted reader, or maybe you already have a relationship with an editor or an agent or just a friend or a former teacher who is willing to read something for you. And you have to be willing to say, okay, I'm ready to have somebody else put eyes on this. Because you may find that they will have the idea that will unlock the problem, and you'll be able to fix it, you'll be able to revise in a much more suitable fashion. Or they will say, this is great, it's time to put it out there. But only you can exercise that muscle to figure out when it's time to let go. This is not my first experience with this. I've sent things to my agent thinking that it was done and having to revise further. So I think that leads to me holding on to things longer than I need to, because I just want to get it right. But I think it also leads me to, it's an obstacle to finishing other pieces, right? Now that this piece is done, I can work on my new book. I can do something else. So this letting go is a hugely important lesson. I'm going to keep walking. I'm going to go find a way to do this webinar in a couple of hours. You take care, and I will see you again very soon. Bye-bye.